Alrighty then, let's begin, folks. What is gonna be your reasoning this time? I ain't curious about the reasoning on the sixth juror. All the evidence clearly points the finger of guilt at this young pickpocketini. Pickpocketini. I like that word. As a housemate, I should like to see all filthy eyesores promptly and rigorously eliminated. I think you'll find that if you look at the photograph in stereo, the truth will just pop out. Where you have, like, evidence in the form of a photograph? If I have let it in there, I should think there will be repercussions by now. Yeah, whoever has the utensil up their butthole is not going to be able to sit well, let alone walk, depending on what utensil it has. Mind made up. Stop. Global radio transmission of vertical to fall. Stop. In Motherland, we say never judge by clothes, judge by head. I am convinced brothers are innocent. Okay, not much going on here. The circumstances of the crime and the evidence do indeed implicate the defendant rather comprehensively. The storeroom, locked from the inside, in which the victim and the accused were discovered alone. In the accused's hand, the filled revolver, the firing of which was heard by these witnesses. Not to mention this print. Take it from a chap who's seen action on the battlefield. The young girl's on the verge of pulling the belly trigger. Well, it's definitely not high quality right over here, but I do see a finger on the trigger as well. Thanks a lot, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh dear. These cameras were supposed to help, not hinder.
I'm afraid I think you have an uphill struggle ahead of you, Mr. Ronosuke. But you're not then should, Mr. Winterback. Which means there's more to the situation that we've yet to see.
Agreed.
Alrighty then, folks. Let's do our best. You have the floor, Counsel. Proceed with the summation examination. Alright, let's do our song and dance right over here with the Ronosuke alone. The defense rebuttal. Okay, well, I don't see like counter arguments right over here. Like, okay, juror number 3 is talking about a photograph. Maybe there's some contradiction with the other jurors that we can find in regards to that photograph. But these guys are definitely focused on their own business right over here. And basic stuff. So, yeah, I guess it's time for us to press each of them and see what they have to say. You are Mr. Natman's landlord, Mr. Garideb, aren't you? I really must stop meeting like this. I do see you blushing, like, quite a few times, Mr. Garideb. Is there something to your left that is pleasing to your eyes? That there is some eye candy for you? You're that lawyer chap. Well, there's a turn up for the books. Yes, rather a turbulent time we had back then. Some extraordinary events took place at your house, that's for sure. Luckily, Mr. Sholmes and I were able to get to the bottom of it all. I think we did rather a lot for you, didn't we? Maybe you can do us a little bit of favor and be a little bit more understanding for us? Actually, I don't know how this is gonna go, cause from what I've understood, Mrs. John is still in prison right now and such. So I don't know. I feel like Garideb is gonna have some bad feelings about us. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be suggesting that therefore you should change your leaning to not guilty or anything. Can't be denied, I suppose. The curse of the Gardev house was the talk of the town after that business. The lodgers moved out, and I couldn't get a bully soul to take up these tenancies. Yeah, I guess there's that too. No. I haven't had the heart to break the news to Johnny yet. Bad enough that the old girl's clapped up. Yeah, can't be denied. It did do rather a lot. But not for us, that's for damn certain. I suppose not. Of course. There can be no suggestion of that being the reason I'm leaning towards guilty here, obviously. Unless... Obviously. But honestly, I really wish he'd pay more attention to the trial. And less to juror number 2. Okay, well... Juror number 1 had nothing to say about this. Juror number 2, maybe? Polished the bench, I see, as always. A maid's work is never done. Not a blemish must remain. What exactly do you mean by filthy eyesores? Because you're referring to something in regards to a trial here when it comes to filthy eyesores. On my way to market for his lordship, I have to pass through the East End. The place is full of beggars, peg purses, and crossmen. The scum of the earth. Yeah, I feel like with someone like her, she would have some bad thoughts about people such as Gina, which is definitely not good. A little harsh, perhaps. Let me be plain. If it were up to me, all those back slums would be made spick and span right again. At least we have people like the great detective working to achieve these important goals. And you are referring to Mr. Sherlock Holmes? That's right. I like to keep abreast of his exploits by reading Rand's magazine in between my duties. Ah, so you're a big fan of him as well, eh? Reading Rand's magazines from time to time? It does wonders, cleaning up London streets. In my opinion, he should be declared an honorary maid of the capital. Sherlock Holmes in maid outfits? Get on that, artists! Mr. Holmes, a maid? It's really quite unforgivable. Got our scum having the audacity to shoot our very greatest detective. Yeah, I guess now we're changing our subject over here. Don't lie to us. I know that you're having a kink for seeing men such as Sherlock Holmes in maid outfits. Can we stop talking about this kind of subject? Yeah, sorry. Minor detail. It was the two brothers in the stand who shot Mr. Holmes, not the defendant. A minor detail indeed. They're all gutter scum as far as I'm concerned. Just might be an idea to get our facts straight anyway. Yes, alright. I shall amend my statement. Those brothers are the scum of the earth. They should swing for shooting the great detective. Okay, well, we have some change right over here. Okay. What about you, sir? When it comes to your stereoscopic device there. What do you mean, look at the photograph in stereo? Sorry? What? Don't you know? If you look at the photographic print normally, it looks as though the pickpocket girl is about to shoot the victim, obviously. Objection. But there's no indication the defendant ever fired the gun. All I'm saying is that if you look at the same print in stereo, you can reveal all sorts of new information. In stereo, you say? By any chance, are you a fan of stereoscopes? Well, Dadoy, how did you know? Let's call it a lucky guess. It never gets old, seeing the two prints merge into one before your eyes. It's extraordinary. It's captivating. It's the height of modernity. Oh, of course. Yes, I think you'll find that the Stereoscope is here to stay, giving us a new perspective we could only dream of before. It's the greatest invention the world has ever seen. Wait until you get to the invention of anime girls in virtual world. Delicious. If only it could give me a new perspective on this case, I might agree with you. Okay, nothing new there? If I had left it in there, I should think there would be repercussions by now. Hold it! What exactly have you been muttering about all this time, sir? You could be talking about having left something somewhere or something like that. Yeah, I don't know about going further with this kind of topic, Leonowski. Something tells me that it has nothing to do with the case, but might as well, in the name of reaching our own truth. Ah, so sorry. As you can probably tell, I am a surgeon. A surgeon? That totally passed me by. Of course, people conducting surgery in this country aren't considered to be doctors. Oh no. Even though me and my kind are the forefront of medical science. The real brains in the field. So, what is it that you think you've left behind? Well, that's a little embarrassing, to be honest. You see, I was operating on someone yesterday. Standard thing. Went in through the abdomen. But when I finished the procedure, I couldn't find my scalpel anywhere. Oh god, I knew it. Exactly. Surely not, you say to yourself, don't you? Worrying, isn't it? That's what's been troubling me this whole time. I really have left my scalpel inside the fellow's belly? No, of course I couldn't. So, there you have it. Like I said, a little embarrassing, really. Well, at least it's not in the butthole. It is in the belly. That's exactly my concern. Seeing as this case appears to be all but sewn up, I need to focus on trying to remember exactly what I've sewn up elsewhere. Now, I'm sure I made sure everything was back as it should be. Well, as sure as you can be without being sure. I'm sure you need to be more sure. Okay, that's... Like, I'm having this weird idea in my mind. Like, if we are to go with extraordinary coincidences of the galactic universe proportions right over here, could it be that our old man also operated on shelves yesterday, maybe? In which case, could it be that Sholmes has a scalpel in his belly at this point? Who knows? What about you? Miss? Yeah, it's been a while. Sorry, radio transmission? What do you mean? Are you from the far east? Stop. Yeah. From the Empire of Japan. All communication with Far Eastern nations used to take place by mail. Real mail steamers take more than a month to complete their journey. Yeah. Oh! Hold on a second. Okay. Maybe we can communicate with Susato via Morse code.
But now we have the electric telegram, so you can send messages using electrical signals.
Oh, okay. So... yeah, I guess it is much easier to keep in contact with Susato at this point, if she leaves and such. I guess that's good. Instead of waiting for mail that would reach after a month and such, it would take like forever.
Thousands of miles of cables have been laid along the ocean beds, connecting the entire road.
Thousands of miles of cable? On the ocean bed? Makes my hair just thinking about it. Yeah, I don't know about the ocean bed and such. I mean, if that's the case, then my goodness. The Ace Attorney world is surely built different. You are well informed, young lady. But cables will soon become a thing of the past. Stop. And just when I was starting to catch up.
Radio transmission is the future. Stop. Messages carried over airwaves to our four corners of globe. Stop.
Okay, a little bit less, a little less Morse coding right over there. I feel like a vein is gonna pop in your head.
Excitement growing. Stop. Atmosphere electric. Stop.
Alright. Try not to wear out your fingers.
Era of wireless telegraphy. Stop. Driving technological revolution. Stop. Anime waifus everywhere. And people say inventions like the Stereoscope are the height of technology. What other prideful? I can't understand it. I really can't. They're just silly toys.
And of course, Juror number 3 is gonna have a reaction over here. Okay. You know, I was thinking. Juror number 3? Sorry to interrupt when you're obviously fuming, but... like, I was actually thinking for a second, maybe we can have, like, some contradiction when it comes to this. I don't think it really helps our case at the moment, but might as well, if we were to find, like, 2 people to pit against each other. What? Do you perhaps have something to say about Juror number 5's last remark? As if I couldn't guess. Oh, you bet I do! Say that again! Go on, I dare you! I double dare you! No, I triple dare you!
Goodness, are you talking to me?
I think it just might be, yes. You think stereoscopes are just toys, do you?
Absolutely. I mean, really. A machine to view photographs in 3 dimensions? Why on earth would you not just use your eyes to look at the world around you? It's all 3-dimensional. You glubbered head.
A great way to appease the man.
No, I'm sorry. Stereoscopes are of no practical use at all.
You just don't know.
Pardon? I think you'll find that viewing a photograph through a stereoscope can unlock all sorts of possibilities. I'm obviously going to have to demonstrate.
What sort of possibilities?
Well, take a crime scene for example. If you had a pair of photographs from a crime scene that you could view through a stereoscope, you could reveal hidden clues you'd never even noticed before.
Ooh.
Have you got any, any prints we could look at with a stereoscope?
Yeah, I guess we have some. But are we really gonna use those kinds of examples? I guess. I mean, we have this and we have this. Wait, hold on a second. Do I choose one or the other? Like, we have the 2 photographs of 2 cats. Can I present one after the other? Maybe? I guess we shall see. Let's see. I can't actually think of anything we could use at all.
What? Really?
Unless, we're talking about this photograph and this one. I thought that we were gonna have to use, like, 2 photographs at the same time. I think.
Oh dear. I think maybe I need to have a stereoscopic look at your brain sometime.
Yeah, good one. What's that supposed to mean? All I'm saying is that maybe you should pay close attention and, you know, when you fall asleep, just have something ready at your disposal, because Iris is surely gonna examine your brain in your sleep, so you better be careful about that. Okay, well, I feel like it would actually make more sense, like, if we are to think of some evidence that would convince these people, and not necessarily the whole thing about the 2 cats thing, it would be something like this. What they're trying to go for here is that if we had 2 photographs like this, we would gain some new information right over here. So I guess we should present this right over here for it to work. Alright then, juror number 3. Are you saying you can do this with any two suitable photographic prints? Of course I can. Very well then. I'd like you to demonstrate. I'd be delighted to. Just give me one more print and I'll amaze you all. Oh, hold on a second. In which case, we definitely need like a new review scene. We need like a second photograph. Like one after or before this one. Yeah, well the thing is we don't have that. Does anybody around here have like another photographer like this? Well the thing is... Hold on. What is it that we know about the cameras? They only take one photograph at a time? Like each 30 minutes? Or do they actually take like multiple photographs? Like each 30 minutes? I don't know. Cause if we were to take like one with 1:30 AM or 0:30 AM, I don't know what kind of difference that's gonna make, honestly. But either way, we don't really have much to go with here. Sorry? What do you mean one more print? Oh dear, oh dear. Don't you have these in the Far East? Don't you know how a stereoscope works?
You know.
What?
You need 2 photographs for a stereoscope, remember? You know, one for the left eye and one for the right.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. But the print we have from the Palm Bouquet is just a normal photograph.
No.
I think you'll find that the clue is in the name. It's a stereoscope, not a monoscope. You always need 2 prints. Oh, thanks for the friendly explanation.
Well, if we obtain another print at some point later in the trial, we can't always show it to this young man then.
Aha! I think I find that know-it-all expression is really starting to annoy me. Okay, in which case I guess we're gonna advance the summation examination in a completely different direction for right now, because there's not much we can do with that yet. You! Please tell me you're not the villain Bolshevik. Oh god, please. The Russian revolutionary. Revolutionary? Duh. I believe there is such a rumor. It's just a rumor. As you see, I have unfortunate appearance. I look like a vicious criminal. Your words, not mine. I just want to point that out. People call me revolutionary, murderer, autocrat.
And which glove fits?
Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please. Crystal Tower. Right. That didn't sound staged at all. You know, forgive me for having my doubts. And to be treated like vicious criminal all the time. It is very painful. People do not realize. I have much sympathies for these brothers. People say they are criminals only because of how they look. The Skulking Brothers? Yeah. Maybe they went inside a pawnbroker shop. But they have done nothing. That is all I want to say. And the Skoking Brothers did nothing wrong that night. Alright. Well, first of all, that's one not so little misunderstanding I need to clear up straight away. Tell me something, Iris.
What is Irina?
The jurors are chosen at random from the inhabitants of London town, are they?
Right, Mundo. It's amazing, isn't it?
In that case, how is it that there's a Russian tourist sitting among them, who looks for all the world like a revolutionary?
I wish I knew.
Yeah, again, evidence towards conspiracy against Ryunosuke. I mean, they even said Londoners. They actually accept like tourists as well. If I can change the minds of more than half of these 6 jurors, the trial will be over.
But we know that Genie would never shoot anyone.
Yeah, so we need to find contradictions what these jurors are saying and pit them against each other. Just be ready to go whatever lengths I have to convince them of Gina's innocence. Okay, well, we questioned everyone. We know that number 2 changed her statement a little bit over here. She says that she says that those are the scum of the earth. I don't think we can do much with this or this. Not much going on over here. And you... Okay, well, number 6 and number 2, they have like contradictory statements in the sense that number 2 thinks that they are criminals as well, whereas juror number 6 is going for the innocence of those 2, so yeah, might as well pit them against each other. Those 2 statements clearly contradict each other. Good lord! Counsel, explain yourself.
Oh my. My statement? Contradictory?
C-O-N... Juror number 6, you've got the wrong end of the stick. I do not have a stick. I have mouse. As juror number 2 said earlier, when the Skoking Brothers fled the scene at the night in question, they fired a shot from their revolver.
Yes, they shot poor Mr. Sholmes in the abdomen. I understand.
Surely you're not going to tell the court now that you didn't hear. Abdomen. Abdomen. ABD. Sir? Sorry. My English is still learning. You are telling the court you didn't hear? Forget me. I did not hear. Yeah, great. This is just gonna prove as difficult as with the old man. Ah, here's word. Abdomen. Part of person's body containing stomach and other vital organs. If this is what I mean, you should say in plain English. I am Russian, not native speaker. I thought it was a good idea to let this man be on the jury again. So, you are telling me these brothers who look like criminals were lying. They said before, we never done nothing. The truth is, they shot detective. Da. This is double negative. Yeah, that's exactly right. Lying is wrong. Especially when lies said by a person who looks like criminal. Okay, well, can you please not hurt the little mousey? Coming from you, that seems surprisingly prejudiced. This means, when they said we never took nothing, maybe it was also a big fat lie. Is this true? Well, according to the police report, no stolen goods were found, so... Enough! I trust no one now. Yeah, you know, it's not the mouse's fault, sir. I must see it with my own eyes. I must investigate crime scene myself. I'm afraid I won't...
Yes, it is, or no? Easily.
Eh?
It prints from Hurley's right-handed recorder. If you compare the printed picture's Genie, and the next print for half an hour later, you'll be able to see straight away if anything was taken or not. Tilly, Mr. Prosecutor.
Tut-tut. Calling on the prosecution in the middle of a summation examination of all times. The print showing the accused threatening the victim after she broke into the shop is this one. Okay, well, I guess this kind of pitting against each other is leading us to maybe have like another photograph right over here. Following this, the victim and the accused moved into the storeroom. Meanwhile, the Skulking Brothers entered the shop and summarily heard a fatal gunshot ring out. Sadly, none of these events were captured on film. And this is the print produced by the camera half an hour later, after the brothers' flight. Okay.
So this was taken after Harley was shot then. As far as I can tell, nothing has been taken.
That does seem to be the case. I don't notice anything that's obviously missing in that second print. So, the brothers who look like criminals told only one lie. They shot men, but they stole nothing. It seems so, yes. Good. No, not good. You were right. I did not understand the situation. Now I know brothers have lied. I think it is very important to continue with trial. Oh, wait, well, that...
Yay! Well done, Bruno. The balance is shifting.
Well, yeah, but... well, whatever. Who am I to complain? Oh, it's a start, I suppose. But there must be more in what these jurors are saying. And then I can use to expose the truth. If we can do that, we just might turn the situation to our favor still. Thank you, Counsel. Continue with the submission examination. And kindly hand that new photograph print to the bailiff to be filed as evidence. Okay, well, we do have the one at 1:30. I guess we can use that. If not, because photographs don't necessarily have to be like 1 second apart from each other or anything like that, I guess. As long as they are similar to one another. I wonder if I can use that. Oh, we surely can. Just one more print, and it should be this one. After. Alright, these two prints were both taken with the same camera when the bags on the night in question. Yeah, I see. Tell me, Mr. Lawyer. Do you know how stereographic images work? Do you understand the principle? Well, I think so. I did have a lesson only yesterday. Okay. Yes, exactly.
It's that small shift between certain objects in these two pictures that's really important.
So what happens if you use two photographs that are exactly the same then? No, obviously that wouldn't work at all. Not for seeing the scene three-dimensionally anyway.
Oh. Oh! Of course. Now I see.
Huh? I think the young girl has discovered the secret.
I have! I think I found Waldo!
Can you cross your eyes before you tell me?
You want to look at these two pictures from Harley's camera now. Go on. Can you see that there's a really obvious difference between them?
Of course there is. There are two people in the first and no people in the second.
Well, yes, but you can see that straight away. But now, try looking at the pictures in 3 dimensions.
Alright, I'll give it a go. So, to start with, you have to cross your eyes, and then try to make the two pictures overlap exactly. Should I try this again? Okay. Let's see if by closing my eyes I can make the quill pens from each picture overlap in the middle. Wait.
Well, did he manage to say it properly or not?
Not really. But what if I were to say that I have? I have! What's going on with these two pictures? Some of the things on the counter they sort of jump out at you. Those ones? Yes, yes, yes! That's it, you see! That's the other amazing power of stereoscopes. Other amazing power? Other amazing superpowers that we're developing right here? Someone going to explain this black magic, eh? Why did this do some of the things on the counter seem to jump out at you like that? I think you'll find that if you consider the basic principle of the stereoscopes, you'll answer your own question. Basic principles of the stereoscope. As I said before, if you try to look at two identical pictures using a stereoscope, it won't work at all. It's the slight shift in the positions of certain objects that lets you see pictures three-dimensionally. In other words, even though at first glance it seems the objects on the counter haven't moved at all between the two pictures, this shows that actually there must have been a slight shift in their positions. Okay, maybe I'm noticing some difference right over here. Oh, actually, hold on a second. Yeah, I'm seeing quite a bit of a difference. It feels as if some of the stuff on the, on the counter, the ones that have been highlighted, some of them are a little bit more to the right, on the right photo than the other. Yeah. Feels like, yeah, like all the objects there have been moved slightly to the right in comparison. Wait, why? What, did the desk move a little bit? Was there like an earthquake?
Yeah, there must have been.
Now hold fire there, sir. Kind of reasonable grasp on the whole cross-eyed business, though, I'd say. But why the devil does the ship between the two prints exist in the first place? Well, what's the answer, fellow? Come on, you're the cross-eyed master. Me? I haven't the first idea.
You know, it's quite simple.
It is?
Just think it through step by step. First photograph was taken at 1 AM. Then, 30 minutes later, the second photograph was taken.
Is it because the camera itself got moved?
But the position of some items on the counter appears to have shifted slightly in the interim. So that means...
That means that sometime in the half-hour interval, someone must have tampered with the things on the counter. Zookers! Someone tampered?
New information. Stop. And not mention the testimony so far. Stop.
Yeah. Now you've had to go around in circles a little here, it seems. But I'm starting to see I should be aiming at in this summation examination now. Ladies and gentlemen, the question now is clear. We know the items on the countertop were moved, but by whom? Are you suggesting you might know? Of course. I can tell you right now he's responsible for the almost imperceptible shift in the items on the counter. Like in between 1 and 1:30, you say? Well, it could be the brothers, like the Skulking Brothers right over here. Like it's either them or Gina or Windyback. Like I guess one simple reason would be that, hey, they were looking to steal some stuff. So, of course, they would be the one to touch objects around, including moving some stuff, so that would be it, but like, well, who the fuck am I supposed to present right over here? Either Nash or Ringo. She more than likely wanted Pop Windyback to open the storeroom, so they had no motive for that. Unless Windyback wanted to find the keys to the storeroom that was near those. Nah, you know what? I'm just gonna present one of them, I guess. It was the witnesses currently in the stand, the Skulking Brothers. Wait, this does not agree with what brothers said in testimony before. Oh gee, I wonder why. Maybe because they lied again? They said they did not even have time to pull dukes from Lucy Lockets. My phrasebook says dukes is meaning hands, and Lucy Lockets is meaning pockets. But is this another lie? Is this what you're saying? Basically. Now hold on there a minute. You gotta be sure of that.
I quite agree. The accused is a common pick purse after all. It's perfectly possible that she went through the things on the desk to see what she might steal.
I think that's unlikely. And why exactly? As you can see from this photographic print, the defendant was pointing a gun at the victim. It would seem, as my learned friend indicated, that she was coercing Mr. Winneback to open the storeroom door. In other words, Mr. Stroud's interest lay within the storeroom, not in the main shop. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, giving her no reason to touch anything on the counter. All of which points to one thing. The Skoking Brothers have omitted a key fact in their testimony.
The accused is a pick purse. Common gutter trash. Why look any further for the wrongdoer here?
Because the Skoking Brothers are thieves, madame. No better, in fact, worse than a pick purse. I believe that these brothers were looking for something on the victim's counter that night. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you would condemn the defendant on grounds that she's a pickpocket, would it not at least be right and proper to thoroughly scrutinize testimony given against her by two thieves? Well said. Yep, I quite agree with Stereoscope right over here. We are going quite a good direction here. I, for one, would like to hear more from that shady pair. Alright, there goes another one. And we need a couple more. Can you all see now? I think you'll find stereoscopes aren't playthings. You've never seen their extraordinary potential firsthand.
Wholeheartedly agree. Stop. Must purchase after trial. Stop. We'll return home via Regent Street. Stop. I'm gonna buy 50 of those. Stop.
It seems this trial has yet to turn its course. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have declared their inclinations via the mighty scales of justice. And thus we can continue on. An honorable day in Stereoscope's life. Well done, my fellas. I hereby call this submission examination to conclusion with the balance altered in the defendant's favor. To lean to guilty, 4 lean to not guilty. Accordingly, the jury is without consensus. And I order this trial continued.
Yay! Well done! Oh, by the way,
Well,
you should hold on to this right now. You never know when it might come in useful.
our good old buddy right over here. Our good old smiling buddy that is booming with optimism right over here. Look at him. Hello! I hope that I can help you in this trial as well. Lights in one trial might be unusual, surely. But, alright. Alright. Here's our buddy stereoscope right over here. Lord Van Zeeks. You will instruct the witnesses that the court demands additional testimony from them. I'm sure it won't spoil the case to do so, my lord. I've won myself another chance to probe that pair about their activities that night at least. And I won't stop probing them until I've proven that Gina is innocent.